All right, Coach, start the opening statement.
Awesome. First off, happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys here, as well as Herd Nation and all of our fans and followers and families connected to our program and all across the country, especially this great state of West Virginia. I won't get to see you guys before that holiday, so well wishes to everyone. Be safe. Spend your time with your family. Be thankful. I told the team yesterday I'm ultra thankful to be the head coach of this program with these kids, this community. My family is blessed to be surrounded by some of the greatest people in the country, players, media, administration, fans, community, the whole deal. So obviously this is a time you start to really think about the things you're thankful for. So we recognize some things as a team that we're thankful for yesterday, but definitely I hope everyone has a tremendous holiday season. Look forward to seeing everybody and their families there on Saturday to send off these 20-plus seniors the right way. When you think about it, the season is coming to a close. Our opportunities, our time together as a family for this team is coming to an end. And when you really look back over when these 20 guys got here, some of them 6 years ago, some of them 6 months ago, it's still a huge transition from where we started, from where they started to where we are now. Some of these guys have been through a lot, probably more than we all remember. Most of these guys, most of the 20, really all of the 20 committed to a different head coach that's standing in front of them now. Different culture, different philosophy, some of them a different school. But we're all here at this time for whatever reason that may be, that the good Lord has allowed us to be here. And as we look back over the season in our team meeting yesterday, we've been blessed. We've been blessed. We're thankful for our time together. We want to make sure we send these seniors out the right way, from a community standpoint, administrative standpoint, fan standpoint, and then from the players in the rooms. We want to make sure that we give these seniors an opportunity to create a memory one more time in the Joan that's really special. So with that, open up with questions.
Kind of going off of what you just said, I mean, these 20 seniors, a lot of them were already here and had to go through that coaching change. So how specifically did you see them kind of step up and accept this new coaching staff and accept like a leadership role and kind of get the guys on board and help with the whole transition and buying in and all of that?
Yeah, change is difficult. Everybody wants change until it's time to change. Everybody wants a better game day experience, and then when they move your seat, there's a problem. So there's change. Everybody wants, a new boss at work, and then when you get the new boss, it's like, well, I don't like this guy. So change is difficult. And then you magnify that by change to teenagers and young adults who really don't understand all the things that go into change. So these guys have been through a lot. I think they've handled it phenomenally. I think they came in with an open mind. I think they stayed true to who they were while adapting to the new culture, the new expectations, the new responsibilities. But what they did is they stayed true to who they are. If they were leaders before, they continued to be leaders. We had some guys who stepped up. We had some guys who matured. And I think they've done a great job. Obviously there's some transition that goes on typically with any type of organization that happen. There's some coaches that were here that are not here and vice versa. But I think the core of these guys really have handled the change the right way. And I tell them all the time, it's really not about who stands in front of you, it's about who sits beside you and how you manage those guys. And I think they've done a phenomenal job. They could have very easily, with the transfer portal world that we live in, the entire team could have left for various reasons, whether that was personal, didn't like Coach Huff's haircut, whatever it may be. But they chose to stay, and not only did they stay, they stayed committed. They stayed committed to what they signed up for. They stayed committed to what they were recruited for. They stayed committed to Marshall, and I think that goes a long way. I think the fans should be very proud that these young men chose to stay. They also should be very proud that there were other young men that chose to come. I think that says a lot about our family. I think that says a lot about our brand, and probably doesn't get recognized enough. People, when you choose to do something, when you have other options, which all of these young men did, with the transfer portal, you can check off any option you want, and there were a lot of kids on our roster who had opportunities, who chose to stay, and that says a lot about Marshall, this community, this university, and everybody together.
Coach, curious about how everybody received with Rasheen coming back in the lineup. I know everybody watching was wow. We just talked to Kalen. He was fired up. It lessened his workload. Just kind of sum up what it was like for the team when you guys realized 22 could play again.
Yeah, I was really testing you guys. He was good for about 2 weeks, so they kind of knew about 2 weeks ago that he was working his way back. You guys are asleep on the job. I mean, the fans should be upset with you guys. You're supposed to leak that kind of stuff. No, and honestly, we didn't know. He started working his way back into practice and the flow of things, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, but it was slow. And we wanted to make sure that everything, not just physically he was ready to go, but emotionally. And, when you miss time from something, as skill specific in a sport, it takes a while to kind of get back in the flow of things. When you fall off your bike when you're 7, one or two more wiggles and you get it. But when you're playing at a very high level, it takes a while to get back to your normal routine where you feel comfortable. So he had kind of been working his way back, and there were a couple weeks in a row where we thought, maybe he's close. So from a team perspective, they had kind of seen the the maturation of him working his way back and getting better. And it started, with just stretch, and then it was Indy, and then it was, half a practice, and then it was, full practice, and then it was contact, and then it was, full pad. So they had kind of seen it kind of working. So they were kind of anticipating it. But again, I think it speaks to the team, because there wasn't like a pep rally in the locker room. It was like, all right, man, you're back, and we're playing really good football right now, so get in line, let's go to work. But it was good. It was really good. I think it probably didn't hit him until we actually put him in the game, because it had been, he's getting back, he's going to play this week, I don't know. Is he going to play this week? I don't know. All right, he's going on the trip. Okay, well, is he going to play? I don't know. And it was probably until we left Friday that we were, because again, you're trying to wait to see how everything responds. Physically, how does it respond from a couple days of practice? Mentally, how does he respond? Emotionally, how does he respond? All of those things we were trying to give time to respond so we could react. And he had a couple good weeks in a row, and our medical team and our support staff and everybody involved, his family, decide, okay, we're going to give it a shot. So the team was kind of like, it was almost like finally. But the team was kind of anticipating it, a few weeks in a row. So it really kind of built some energy and positive, mojo a little bit. I think it also speaks tremendously about him. 2 games left. Let everybody in the world tell it. Why would you come back? Wait till next year. LeBourne's doing good. Sit it out. Wait till next year. All the things that a in our building person may think never crossed his mind. He's coming back. Well, I got 1 game, 1 play. I asked him Friday, I said, how many plays you think you can play? As many as you let me. So it says a lot about him, says a lot about his family. I think it also says a lot about our culture, because we don't have individualism. Everybody's playing for the M. Everybody's bought into what we are trying to do collectively. Obviously, everybody's got their own individual stories and lanes, but I think it speaks a lot when, at this point in the season, a young man has an opportunity and all he wants to do is play. That's all he wanted to do was play. Didn't matter. It wasn't, hey, coach, can you give me a touchdown, or can I get in on the goal line? It just wanted to play. And I respect him and his family a lot for that.
When you look at what the receiving corps was able to do in the second half, obviously.
I got asked at Sheets the other day, why didn't you start Cam at the beginning of the year? Well, because he wasn't there. He wasn't week 11, week 1. I think when we put him in the game against Notre Dame, he was like 0 for and no rushing yards. The same plays we ran Saturday with him. Yeah. Same exact plays, obviously different opponent, but it's not like we called different plays. Cam's got a run package that he's been running since the flood. Well, as you start working them and you get more confident, well, now he's starting to read them a little bit different, starting to have a little bit more success. So I think the maturation's been great. And I still think he's got a lot of room to grow. I think our offensive staff and Coach Trickett has done a good job. Coach Trickett being a former quarterback, I think he's done a good job of feeding him just enough. And not just, hey, here's the entire system, hey, go, good luck. It's just enough. What can he handle this week? Can he handle any more? Nope, we're going to keep it right here. All right, we can add a little bit more. Okay, now, we can give him a little bit more different formations. We can give him a little bit more. Nope, let's keep it right here. He's done a great job with that. And I think we're starting to see true maturation from him. I'm excited to see how far he goes. I think this season is probably just the surface. But he's doing some really good things at a really good time for us right now.
You should have gone to the drive-thru maybe at Sheets, but
You're right. That's probably on me.
it might have gotten you.
Yeah.
Alluding to that offense, though, is that why that 10-minute drive? I mean, you look like you won the Super Bowl after that. Is that part of what you're talking about, that the offense is coming and for you guys to seal the game and almost kneel it down? Is that?
Yeah, I think I explained to the team that was a culture drive. That drive was middle August, hot. We're at play 248. We got another 30 plays to go. You got to find a way to, strap it up and go one more drive. You got to find a way to figure it out to get, one more block. The drive strain just a little bit longer. And I think that was a good example of it. And, it's not on the stat sheet, but Cam's managing the clock. Cam's managing getting guys lined up. He knows when to, start the cadence. He knows when to, kind of make sure guys go in motion. There's a lot of, in that 10-minute, and whatever it was drive, there's a lot of clock management that's going on, and it's not us on the sideline yelling, wait, now go. It's at one time he gave me I got it. I was like, well, who are you, Michael Vick? I was like, whoa, I'm the head coach. But the confidence that he has in understanding what we're trying to do, and some of you look at the last play. So the last play, we call an RPO where probably 8 plays earlier, he ran the same play and threw it to Devin. On the last play, instead of trying to shape the ball over and throw it to Devin, he just slides. Because if you shape the ball over and you throw it to Devin, the guy tips it, runs it back, everybody thinks that, well, first you guys are going to blame the coach. Why would you run that play? Well, yeah, okay, great. Well, Cam, smart enough to know, okay, well, we're not trying to score a touchdown here. They just want me to get to the edge. If I can walk in the end zone, I'll walk in. If not, I'm not going to get hit. So I'm not going to go get hit and tackled or fumbled or whatever, but I'm just going to slide right here. It's 11 seconds left. It's hard to win a game down 2 scores with 11 seconds. Those type of things are, to me, what is elite quarterback management. Now, the fans are probably like, well, why did you run the play for him to slide? I'm just trying to figure out how to burn 11 seconds with one more play. That's really the other thought I had, which is coming up. Snap it and run straight back that way for 11 seconds. And then when it gets to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, look back, make sure nobody's around you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a knee. Well, you ran all the way back to the 1-yard line. Bingo, we won the game. But I think that just goes to show where his maturity level is. Some quarterbacks will be trying to shape the ball and throw another touchdown and score, or throw it away, throw it out of bounds, and the clock keeps running. Those are the things that don't go on the stat sheet. But as a coach, you really like to see from your general that's on the field managing series by series.
So the Georgia State defense do.
Yeah, I think they do a really good job. They're an Okie front defense, which is, they play a little 4 down, but mostly 3 down. They have huge guys inside with a lot of twitch. When I say huge, I'm not talking the 6'4", 6'5", but more the stout, girthier guys who can actually move. They do a really good job. They've got some edge rushers who got length, and I think their backers are really athletic. They do a really good job of playing in and around the box. What they do is they force the ball to funnel back to the middle with where their girth is. So we're gonna have to do a really good job of moving people in the run game and creating lanes and creating space. We're gonna have to win on the perimeter because they give you some situations. Their DBs are aggressive. They attack the ball. I mean, you guys probably didn't watch it, but they forced 7 fumbles against JMU. They got 4 of them back. JMU, got the other ones back. But 7 times the ball was on the ground from something that Georgia State did, whether it was just lining up and they dropped the snap, or whether it was hitting the quarterback and knocking the ball out. So they attacked the ball. They attacked the ball in the air on defense and the back end as well. So we're going to do a great job of moving people in the run game to create space. They run to the ball well, so holes close quickly. And we're going to have to win on the perimeter because that's where the space is. We have to be able to get the ball there. We have to be able to block. We're going to have to be able to be RPO and run blocking. If you're running the RPO and we hand it off, you got to convert to blocking. So now when we do get the ball to the second level, we've got guys away. It's going to be a challenge for us because, again, I think what they do defensive scheme-wise is they force the ball to funnel back to the middle where most of their players are. Good. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. Again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Enjoy this weekend. Enjoy your family. And then come on out to the Joan to send these singers off the right way. Go Herd. Get your car back.